Good afternoon. Today I would like to do a project with you that is a selfie, like a picture that you would take with your camera. And unfortunately the copies I have here are in black and white, but we will be coloring our selfies with colored pencils and markers. So I just wanted to show you a couple of examples. This one has a girl who's winking and she has glasses on. And in the background we can see a horizon line that shows where the sky and the ground end and some trees. This girl here is making her signal with her eye, and then she has a friend who's actually photobombing. I have another one here with a boy who drew himself sticking his tongue out, which is kind of funny. And I also wanted you to take note of the patterns that these students have created on their cell phones. You know that you can get all kinds of cell phone covers, so it only makes sense that you would make a crazy, or not necessarily crazy, but a pattern, a cool design on your cell phone. I have two more to show you. This one here has a boy. It looks like in the background are some buildings. And then it looks like maybe he's doing a painting here, and his friend is photobombing him. So there's a friend coming in saying, "I'm going to get in the middle of your selfie." And then an interesting zigzag pattern. And my last one to show you is this girl who has a hill and a castle in the background of her. So I have created for you these selfie templates. And I did my best to make them look like an iPhone. And so there's a power button at the bottom. I believe it has a little square on it on an iPhone. And then a microphone and a camera and things like that at the top. So I'm going to show you how to draw the human face. Now, because this is a selfie, the face does not have to be directly in the center. It can be over to the left, to the right, however you want to place it. But and I might turn my paper so I could draw this this person with their head sort of leaning. So I started out by drawing an oval. I'm going to zoom in for you. And we always start the human face with an oval. A lot of kids think that they're circles, but they're really not. And then very lightly, planning on erasing, I'm going to draw a line in the middle of the oval. Okay? A lot of people don't realize that up here is the hair. I'm going to draw some lines like that to remind me that my forehead is covered with hair, or the top of my head. And down here is where we're actually going to draw two eyes. So I just put two rainbow shapes on that line. This is a little smaller. There we go. And you should leave room for one eye in the middle. Even though we don't have an eye in the middle, there should be enough room that if you wanted to put a third eye there, you could. Okay? So that's proper spacing. Actually, I have one eye that's a little, keeps going a little too big. So let me go ahead and draw that line. And then we're going to come back and draw the bottom lines, which look like smiles. And when we're finished with that, we can go ahead and erase this line that we had drawn for the eyes. Inside each eye is a circle. Okay. That's called the iris. That's the part of the eye that is blue, brown, or hazel. I'm getting a little bit closer for you. Inside each eye, we also have a pupil. Pupils are black. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pupils in. I'm going to draw eyelids, which are just basically nice curved lines that go over the eyes, and eyelashes. And this is a time when you can really make it look fun. Everybody has eyelashes, even boys. Okay? And up here we also have something called eyebrows, just a collection of little dashed lines or hairs that go up on our forehead. We're going to go ahead and draw a line in the center between our eyes and our chin, very lightly, that we plan to erase. I'm going to go ahead and shade this a little just so it doesn't look so white. On this line goes the bottom of our nose, which is a little U shape. Okay? Now we can erase that line. Next to each end of this little U shape is a nostril. And I have the kind of nose where you can actually see my nostril. So I'm going to color them in, and then a little letter C around that shows how the skin goes around the nostril. Now, we don't have a line on our faces. Our noses are not triangles, so I always like to do a little shadow on one side, and that just kind of shows the nose. All right? Even though we don't have a line, we do often have a little shadow that shows that our nose sticks out. So finally, down here, we're going to draw a mouth. And there are some formal measurements, actually. They say that your mouth is as wide as one pupil to the next. So if you draw lines down from your pupils, that should be how long your mouth is, or how wide, your mouth is. So I'm going to erase those lines because they're not really necessary. The other measurement is your nose is as wide as the space between your eyes. So if your nose is much wider than the space between your eyes, it's a little too big. So we have some choices here with the mouth. We could do a nice lip, looks like 2 bumps, and then we could do a bottom lip here. Or, if we chose to, we could make this a big open mouth, and I think that since this is a selfie, I'm probably going to do that and have my little tongue inside, right? The rest of that would probably be shaded in. And the last thing we need to do are the ears and the hair. So the ears always start where your eyes are. They come out like a letter C, and then they come in pretty much level with your nostril. Not everybody has the exact measurements, but these are guidelines. Okay, so I've got some ears now. I don't know how well they match. We're going to draw a neck coming down. Now the neck is pretty wide because it has to hold your head up, and your head's pretty heavy. And then to finish off my hair, I'm going to come above the head. If I was a boy, I would come above the head and erase this line. Okay, and that would be boy's hair. And if I want to draw a girl, I can extend the hair down. Very easy. And now I'm going to draw the collar. Sounds like my class is coming in, so I'm going to have to wind this up pretty quickly. But we are done with our face. I'm drawing out some shoulders, and then you can go ahead and color this any way you want, with colored pencils, or however you might want to color it. And finish your selfie.
Hi.